I'm Cheese Grits and NyQuil. This is Western Massacre Locksport, and live from Western Massacre, it's Tuesday night. Um, it is 11 o'clock p.m., and we're doing our thing. I got a couple things I want to go over. I got a couple shout outs I want to make, a couple things I want to show, and thought I might work on a challenge lock that I owe Labs, and maybe work on picking that monster. We'll see. We'll see how the night goes. I wasn't sure what I was going to do tonight, so we're kind of winging it. I don't really have a lot set up to go over. I don't really need a lot to go over, I guess. It just kind of does its own thing. Although, are anybody with mod abilities on here by chance? I see there's a couple people here, but I don't know if anybody's got mod abilities right now. What's going on, Mr. Swamp Picker? Black Smoke Joe, thanks for popping in. Thought I saw somebody, maybe not. I was gonna ask. I forgot what I was gonna ask them to do. I was gonna ask them to do something, but I don't like these glasses. I like these glasses, but I can't see with either of them anyways. It seems like the more light that I get in here, the worse my eyes get. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but that's the way it seems. So anybody picking on anything tonight? I know people are jumping over from the Mountain Mick show. Appreciate that. Mountain Mick. I love what that man's doing. He's going crazy with the YouTube. Like, he dipped his toes in the pool, and next thing you know, he's the freaking lifeguard. It's crazy. I applaud it, and I applaud the work that he puts into it. I applaud that everybody's gotten behind him and supports him. Thanks. You guys are behind me and supporting me too. I appreciate it. Get some FL41 glasses, says Black Smoke. What the hell are those? Never heard of them. There's Rusty Spoon. How are you? Woo! Help me, Archibald Kenobi. Hashtag Archibald Kenobi. Hey. Let me shut this door so I don't disrupt my family. And yeah. So we're going to do just a real quick shout out. Since people are coming in, we'll do this a couple times tonight. If you guys don't belong to these YouTubes, please go over and subscribe. Everybody needs subscribers so that they can do what they would like to do on the YouTube. So please go and subscribe. Rusty Spoon, Nico James, Phantasm. I'd never heard of Phantasm until I got involved with the Mountain Mick Halloween giveaway, and sure enough, the next one to volley in was Phantasm, and it was an awesome entry. It made me really happy. Labs, what's going on, buddy? So if you guys don't belong to these, please do. If you have friends that you can suggest these channels to, please do. They need subscribers. Another one that needs subscribers, and you're gonna get sick of seeing it. This one here. Go check him out Monday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern time if you have the time. Stephen Leahy Art. This man his generosities are through the roof. His abilities are through the roof. And his live feed is just an amazingly good show. Even it's kind of like watching Bob Ross with an airbrush, and with a crowd of people getting involved. It's awesome. Andrew G, how are you? So back to my ugly mug. I made my shout outs. I will do that again a couple times tonight. We got somebody else that didn't make my list that needs subscribers. And was that Troy Bennett that needed them? I think it's Troy Bennett. If so, please type in your link if you can. Labs needs subscribers, although he's able to live feed now at this point. So there is that. My giveaway is over. We have 2 winners. Mustang won, and our very own Andrew G here won. Those went out yesterday. I actually had like multiple challenge locks go out, a piece of art, and 2 prize pack. I spent $50 in shipping all together yesterday. So make good on your word. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's expensive to do so, but you got to make good on your word. I hope you enjoyed those picks. Mr. Labs. It's right here, buddy. We've got a beautiful €0.5 for you. I haven't started altering the inside yet, but I did cut it off. I smoothed it out. This is like, it's not perfect, but it is butter smooth. You're not going to get hung up on it. You're not going to get cut. It's nice. This is a really nice little Euro cylinder body. It's heavy. Yeah, it's a good one. Although I would like to take some input. If you guys want to make some suggestions on what I can do to this, to make it more difficult for Mr. Labs, that would be awesome. Let's turn around and gut this thing out. Speaking of challenge locks, I sent mine to Nico, and Nico spanked its ass in like a minute and a half in front of the entire world. Spanked it and put it away wet, which I applaud. That's why we make them. Rattle pins. What's a rattle pin exactly, Swampy? You talking about rattlesnakes, the little maraca ones? I got some of those in Burns's far away, and whew, those are nasty little pins. Is there no springs in here? Oh, no, there's a spring in here. That's weird. It wasn't in the top of it. That's really weird. Did anybody else notice that? Can you guys see those pins as they come out? Yeah, that's what was in the one I got from Burns. Like it was nasty. It was like a T-pin with a little cap on it, and it had a little, yeah, like washers on it. It was nasty. So the keep pin came out last. The driver pin came out. And then the spring was in between them. Does that make any sense? Yeah. Okay, as long as somebody else seen that, and I actually struggled to get this thing picked, that might be why. How do we want to do this? We're going to move these over. Yeah, I struggled to get this thing picked. But I definitely want to make this unforgettable for Mr. Labs. I tried to make Nico James's unforgettable, but I mean, aside from being his first challenge lock, he's going to forget it very quickly because, yeah, he blew through that no sweat. And I had a pretty deep channel in there. And what in the hell? Now the grub screw stuck? I'm already suffering. Yeah, this one too. The screw is... Oh, no. This one was right. This is the key pin. I don't want to lose the key pins. Like, I'm going to use the same key since it goes with the lock. I want to use the same key. However, my grub screw is stuck. Yeah, I don't know how people make these pins. Like, I asked Burns how he made those nasty pins, and he told me how he did it, but, like, I don't know if that's attainable for me. Like, I don't want to wreck the threads on this, so I need to get a piece of paper to line around it. There we go. Chuck Soup, thank you for that. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll put that back up there since those are going in. And, yeah. Okay, grub screw is off. Doing God's work is correct. Thank you so much. It's funny, Swamp comes over to the art live feed, and I got a buddy of mine over there by the name of Michael McLung that likes to call him Swamp Pecker. It's the funniest thing ever. What's up, Swamp Pecker? YTFP, yank that frickin' pick. Yeah, buddy. Okay, yeah, this one's right too. That first one was screwy. Good job. Let's get all these people subbed to. If we're not subbed to them yet, let's help them out. Making lives is important. What's up? There's Nico. How you doing, brother? Yeah, I'm glad you picked it. I wish it took you longer. I wanted that to weigh on you for a little bit, keep you fed, but you're an animal. You devoured it. If you haven't opened it up, there's some nasty shit inside that lock. So everybody's had Swamp Pecker at least for sure. What's going on, Backstabber? How are you? That went out yesterday, so it should be to you guys in a day or two. Oh, actually, Backstabber, I picked your lock. That's right. As I mess up the pins. No, but I will be playing around in it maybe a little later tonight. I watched something that some tips on how to pick them. And I was playing around with it while I was watching the Mountain Mix show earlier and listening to the sounds. Like it's an audio thing that you're listening for when you're picking. The pins rattle when they're set. They rattle. So you want to pick the ones that don't rattle. Is basically how it goes. Good. Well, I mean, the lock itself is no joke. I mean, people struggle with Abises, 7240s. So it's a green belt lock on its own. Before I got a hold of it, so I wouldn't say it's any higher than a green belt because I don't have those kind of credentials or anything, but I would say it's probably at least a blue. That's my guess at it, but it's probably like, I don't know. There's some nasty pins in there though. So this is what is in the marks. And I was wondering why it was so damn hard to pick it, and now I know, because they put the spring in between the pins in the first key pin thing. So you had to I'm surprised they didn't crush the spring, to be honest with you. It was the weirdest thing. Mountain Mick, what is up? Thank you. Yeah, hitting the like is a good thing. So I cut it in half. The one I picked last night on the Mick show, beautiful. Mark's thumb knob. I don't know. It had this on the back half of it. It's just a well-made lock. Like I took you guys' advice. I used the hacksaw. In fact, watching the Mountain Mix show, I used this one. Put a drop of tool oil on it, and it cut through like butter. I sanded it. It's super smooth. You're not going to get no weird little splinters from it. It's in good, yeah, we're in good starting position here. Although I do need to take this apart. I don't know if I'm going to get through making this whole thing tonight or not. I don't know if I really even want to make pins tonight, but we'll see how it goes. Try to get this damn thing off. Yeah, it's super caramel, creamy, smooth. Like it's like butter. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's still got the threads in there, but I tried to round them out too. Like, yeah, it's good. You're not going to get all messed up because, like, I've got my Yale, and that's sharp as hell. Get all hung up on it, get cut. This one too, this crazy Avis is all sharp on the edges. So, yeah, I thought about it a little bit before I just went to it. And I'll use a little bit of wet dry 400 grit, I think this is. Yeah, a little wet dry 400 grit. And just literally went. Didn't take me long either. I think the whole process has been about 10 minutes total to get it cut in half and sanded smooth. What's up, Spicy? How are you, bud? Yeah, so that's really all I did. It didn't take very long. I would like to maybe sand that little saw mark out of it, but I'm not that worried about it. It's It's smooth. Now I just got to get this weird snap ring. I struggle with snap rings. They are not my friends. We got googly eyes, courtesy of Spicy. Actually, that's where Archibald Kenobi got his eyes, courtesy of Spicy. I'm getting a cameo, I guess. Didn't expect to go this far. There we go, everybody. Yeah, buddy. The gift of sight. Yeah, we might, yeah. Might have the Archibald lock here. This might be a thing. Oh, man. Yeah, this could be. The Archibald lock might have to be. The whole funny thing is like, when I did the whole video for Mountain Mick, I didn't have the eyes like even attached to my hand, so it was like I was scared to move because he was going to end up looking like Sloth from the Goonies or something. All right, let's get this. Try to get this off. Yeah, go sub to Spicy too, ladies and gentlemen. Sub to everybody you can. We all need the help. All right, so I've already failed because I took the key pins out, and now I can't get this damn thing out. Speaking of shouts, we're going to do it again. These were my original shouts for the night. If you guys haven't checked these channels out, please do. I forgot Phantasm in my shouts last night or the night before, whatever night it was, so making sure he gets it now. We back? There we go. That was weird. I lost half my troop. There we go. Christ, Archibald makes an appearance and YouTube shuts me the hell down. Holy smokes. Like porn on YouTube or something. If his hand's got googly eyes, shut him down. Okay, we're coming off now. Good. Or not. Yeah, we're still here, buddy. We're still here. I do not know how to get this off of here. All this craziness has just caused nothing but problems. There's my tool. There we go. Maybe it'll stop rotating now. Yeah, that helps quite a bit. It's funny, I don't have any single snap rings that this tool fits. like, correctly. I don't know what it is. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do, I think. I should have took it off while the pins were in it so it wouldn't rotate, but... Ooh, careful. You're going to watch me get jacked up on live YouTube. I'll just super glue it shut and keep going, I promise you that. Maybe we're not going to do this tonight. Yeah, run with scissors. That's a great idea. We are running with scissors on Cheese Grits and NyQuil show tonight. Hold it in the middle. Yeah, I think that's probably what I need to do. Put a pen in it so that it stops running around. Because I'll go all night just chasing it. See me fighting with that damn Elroy's Toys Challenge lock, like, I'll just keep going. Although I do like grub screwing things. I think that's great. It's fantastic. All right. Finding springs is like Christmas time. I think the last time I did something like this, you guys watched me fight with the damn clip for 20 minutes. And then I think it was G. Keyman was like, yeah, just squish it with the pliers. And it went right on. It was ridiculous. See if I can get it lodged under my nail. Tools, baby. That's why we have them. This can't be any safer, but maybe it is. Nope. G. Keyman's a freaking genius. Can't believe I have so much problems with these damn things. it's not off yet. Hasn't even started to come off. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Yes, that will happen. I'm wearing glasses, but it still will happen. That time of year. And trying to do this like in the camera doesn't help either. Like there's lights and shit in the way. That's okay. We'll keep doing it. Why is this so hard to get off? Where's the tool? Yeah, I'm trying to cuss less, honestly. Like, my favorite word is one of George Carlin's 7, so I'm trying to cuss less. There's a family program in here. I do not know why this is so hard to get off. I can't grab it with the needle nose because there's nothing to grab. There is a time and a place. Unfortunately for me, it's always time and always place. Let's try to go in this way and get it. It's the hardest one I've ever seen. And if I break it, I got another one right here. This might be going on the back burner for the night. Yeah, I'm aware of that one, my man, but I can't get a hold of one side is the problem. Maybe if I turn it around as I oyster shuck my thumb. I have to sand the whole lock again when I'm done with this process because it ain't going to be smooth no more. Maybe I can bring it up this way. Nope. Holy smokes, lab. The hardest thing there we go. There it is. Okay. Oh, we don't need to do that. We can ungrub screw it again. There we go. Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I am a big fan of that word. I'm pretty sure I already let 2 or 3 off the chain. So, trying to be better about it. Yeah, I was about ready to shuck my thumb like an oyster. Always away from yourself, but I always find myself going towards myself. All right, so spicy input. What are we doing in this thing? How do these traps work? I got to get a new collet for my my pen tool so I can get in there and grind some undermilling. Always towards your buddy, not towards your body. They didn't tear it up too bad. See, Stu Dude, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. So we have these guys. We don't need these guys. I might need a couple of them at some point, but I'm going to use the key pins over. We got beautiful keys, beautiful core. I can't get in there. Maybe I'll pick up a thing tomorrow. All right. Using a round file, cross sand, 2 or 3 chamber entries. Yeah, it sounds super angry. Perfect for labs. Get him swearing and punching people over at the train station. I could grind some channels in there. I could get in and do some undercutting. Could do that. We might do that. We're definitely threading one of these for sure. Labs took the time to send me tools. So I'm going to use some of those tools on his lock. M3 1/2 millimeter and M4. Sorry, I'm just eyeballing what I have in this lineup here. It's M4. I think this is the smaller of the two. Yeah, that's what we're going with. Yeah, now Cheese Grits has the good taps and dies. Is that where those super nice ones came from? Or did you make those? You had some really nice pins in that lock. Like really nice. Hope you're watching, Labs, because this one's for you, buddy. We want some cutting oil. Yeah, we want some cutting oil. I'll tell you, I used that little tiny hacksaw to cut this, and as soon as I put cutting oil on it, it just changed the whole nature of everything. So if you don't use cutting oil when you make challenge locks, probably a good idea to do it. And I know, like, a lot of people use their Dremel to do this. There's something very satisfying about hand tapping. Wish I had a more angled out. Yeah, cutting oil when you're cutting through it helps quite a bit. Gotta be careful I don't launch these springs all over. I think those are steel springs too. I should see if they're magnetic. I don't know what this core is made out of, but it's squeaking. Sounds like a haunted house. Sounds like a college dorm. All right. Rob Picks, thanks for popping in. We are probably deep enough, but let's see if I can see the tap in here. Nope, can't see it yet. But it is definitely threading. Now the question is, when I back it out, do I go in with the next size up and make them really deep? Yeah, when you have pins that have serrations on it, those serrations get caught in the threads of the chamber and make for a much nastier pick. Pretty sure I threaded one or two of Nico's. There we go. Now she's quiet. Oh, not anymore. Oh, it's because we're all the way in the lock. That's why. We are threaded all the way through. We'll do one more while we're threading. Just just to be a dink. Now let's see if we can, as I knock everything over here. Yeah, it's definitely picky sounding. We're gonna put the next larger one in and try to make those a little bit deeper. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but we are going to do it. Ribbed for everyone's pleasure, exactly. I'm glad someone said it. I'm glad it was you that said it, honestly. And the lube. Cut the thumb screw off a pre-grubbed one to make good job. Yeah, well, I've got my slimline double still. I'm not going to challenge lock that. I think this is a little bit deeper thread, but it's going in pretty good. Sorry, guys. Terrafon, what's up, buddy? I'm all right, my man. Life is good. Things are good. My day was good, which is a nice thing to be able to say, because sometimes it's not. What do we got going on? Oh, yeah. Not as ribbed as I would like them. This one's actually bigger threads. All right. We're going to do one more of these. And then we're going to do some grinding on it. Yeah, it sucks when they say that. Archibald never says that. Archibald knows better, doesn't talk when his mouth is full. Pasco, hello. How are you? I had a good time hanging out with you the other night, Spoon. Crack me up. We through? We're through. Actually, I don't think we are. No, we're not. Something's in the bottom of that, though. I don't know what that is. I don't even know what the Casbah is, but it's rocked for sure. Yeah, well, thank you for being here, Pasco. I will put you to sleep with my boring challenge lock making. Archibald is a freak for sure. Like, and not just at night. Archibald is just a freak. Yeah, I think we're deep enough. Is it ever deep enough? It's deep enough. Appreciate that. Outstanding. Painting live with Bob Ross. Making challenge locks live with cheese grits and NyQuil. Who keeps hitting his damn camera? Yeah, we got some threads. We're good. Now I'm wondering if I want to do a trench. Like a super deep trench. One close up. Try to get this light a little bit brighter here. We are going dimmer, and then we're going to come back lighter at some point. There we go. And put a little bush on Archibald's head. There you go. So this one's actually deeper than this one as far as the threadings go. See you later, Storm. But that'll definitely make problems. Close up on the jimmies. All right, what are we gonna do here? The Elroy finger. That shit is pissing me off. I'm going to tell you that right now. Fucking straight up tumbleweed on the top of his head. Like Bert from Bert and Ernie. I am from Wisconsin. We eat people. There is that. Let's clean that up. All right, so we got, stop hitting the camera, man. Got that. I don't know if that's deep enough or not. Let's actually get a pen out and see. No, I need to make that a little bit bigger so that a spool falls in there real easy. All right. Yeah, big old unibrow, a bush on top of his head, and fucking Jedi cloak. He had the eyebrows, for sure. Hope you're watching, Labs, because coming to you, buddy. What, the fro or the trap? Should serrate that too. Come at it this way. Boop. I actually have some manufactured pens here. Uh-oh. No, those are not the right ones. Those are not the pens I'm looking for. I love these Sparrow's coffin boxes. It's a trap. There we go. Get this out of the way before I keep changing light colors on me. Maybe I'll use some of these Sparrow's pens. There's some nasty pens in here. I just want to see if it hangs up correctly or not, the spool. Got a mushroom pen right there. Are there really mushrooms in here? I like shrooms. One of these days I might have to get into some of those and just sit here and jibber jabber for a while. And all you guys can be like, what the hell's wrong with grits? Wait till those kick in and then sit here and mess around with pens in a bag. All right, so we got a mushroom pen here. I might actually use some of these in this instead of making all my own pens. Do they fit? Oh, look at that nonsense. We're going to make it a little bit deeper. Where's the natural spool? There it is. I like these larger pen cores. They're easier to work on. That Avis I made for Nico James, the pens are like super tiny, like super tiny. I want to say smaller than the American lock pens, like pack lock pen size. Where did I put that mushroom at? It'll turn up somewhere. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit deeper with that too. That's a bad time right there. Where did I put that mushroom pen? There's only 5 pens, so we can't get too hairy on them. There we go. That's good enough. Yeah, I might have to. I mean, I've got a mushroom. I've got a normal spool. Might be fun to put the mushroom and the spool both in here in different spots respectively. Yeah, that's a nasty little. Trying to straighten that out a little more, but that's all right. It's not too jagged, so. Spool pin. Oh, look at that sucker lay down, Jesus. Oh, man. That is like form fit. Yeah, you're definitely coming into play here. You wanted it, you got it, my man. You're going to be picking on this for a month. Watch you pull the same shit Nico did and just fucking pop it open in 2 minutes. You're going to be thinking about it now. You are going to be thinking about it. I'm definitely going to make a couple more surprises that aren't on camera, but we should probably throw a couple pen keys in there or key pens in there and see if we can pick it. Oh, I don't think that's going to matter too much. The pin ain't going to sit very deep, so. Oh, yeah, that might come into play. We're going to find out, though. We're going to find that mushroom pin again. All right. I have been close to throwing Elroy's toys. #2, like close, like just putting it in the wall and taking a picture of it for him. There you go, bud. You accomplished what you set out to do. And then I'm just going to spackle over it and go on with life like it never happened. let the people remodeling this house in 40 years. Why is there just locks in the frickin' wall? The thigh trap. I love the thigh trap. It's my favorite place to be in the whole world. All right. I don't even know if I can pick it. We're about to find out what if this trap works or not. Okay. Put the oil away before I knock it over. Got out the jeweler's saw to make serrates. Don't know if I want to do that now either. All right. Need this light out of my way. Put the tools back before I end up getting harpooned on them. I do that with my scalpel. I leave my scalpel out and then we got a bad time going on. There we go. All right. Does 50 fit? 50 fits. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, watch me get beat on a 2-pin marks. Okay, there's instant full set. Like that's a deep enough full set that it just stays there too. Wow. It's almost as bad as that gravity trap. Holy smokes. Sorry, Labs. Sorry, Labs. Yeah, I definitely gonna need a bigger pick. There it is. Now everything's overset. Yeah, this is gonna be just fine. Yeah, this one's gonna keep you busy for a little while, I think. It's gonna keep me. I got 2 pins in here and can't get in here, man. Let's pick it upside down for the crown, see if that changes perspective. Good call. Key should still work. Yeah, key works great. Oh, I forgot there's no, there's a key pen. Thank God there's only 2. And now I'm bricked. Fantastic. Key worked good though. Yeah, I don't have the snap ring on the back, so I just pulled the key out and the cord kind of came halfway out. And okay, there's one. One spool. Let's get this figured out, shall we? There we go. Got it. Nothing's crushed. That's keep in. We need that. Let's keep in too. Normal. All right. So that's that. Key works. It works great. Yeah, we're unbricked. We're good. So that's 2. We're gonna throw the mushroom in there. Keyword good. Not a sponsor. Diet Coke should be. Keyword great. With that nasty trap. I should put another one on the other side, so if you try to tension the other way, or should I be nice and leave that? We'll go mushroom there and then 2 serrates. Oh, Jesus. Have fun going to sleep. There's the mushroom. There's my mushy mush. Burger, burger, mushy, mushy. Is that right? That is just a spool. That is not right. There is my mushroom. No, that's my spool. No, that's a mushroom. That is definitely a mushroom. All right. Losing my mind. Need to put on my good glasses because I can't see shit now. Yeah, we'll zoom in on it. That's a mushroom. For sure. Yeah, I need to get a better camera mount system going on. I'm not sure what to get. If anybody has any recommendations, please make them. All right, so I think I need 2 more pens. One of them's going to stay normal. I need to make serrates. I really like this core. I think yeah, I'm gonna put some more on a different one. I'm gonna put a trench going this way so that you can't just bypass the trap. You got to pick one of them. That's what I'm gonna do. Mortise had a cavity in the yeah, right, electrocute the picker. Supercharged. All right. Yeah, that's cool. I think that'll cause some problems too. We got a little trench here for the mushroom to fall into, and then a little bit of undermilling to catch on the head of the mushroom, because everybody likes the mushroom head. Everybody likes the cap. All right. A lot of shit, a lot of dust in this thing. Need a little bit deeper. Little bit. No, my Dremel is not corded. It is battery. I'm actually running it on low battery, on low speed. Right on. Now you can see what I'm doing. I'm using a diamond tip burr to grill this out. That should be enough. Grits TV, the new channel. Yeah, that's beautiful. I would not be able to pick this either. Yeah, perfect. Maybe go that way. Yeah, good. Yeah, that'll work just fine. There's a comedian that made gluten-free jokes. He's like, that guy with the gun in his mouth, he's gluten-free. You know how I know? Because bullets are gluten-free. Can't remember the guy's name. Did a whole skit on how, I think because he was really, really, really fat. And the doctor put him on a gluten-free diet. I think he was pissed off. My sparrow's mat is covered in glitter. How do you know that guy's gluten-free? Because he's got a gun in his mouth. That's how I know. I feel bad for anybody with food allergies. Like, that's one thing that I don't know what I would do if I had food allergies. I like food too much. No, it's not Ralphie Mays, but Ralphie's pretty damn good. This guy died in the late 80s, the early 90s. I'll remember someday, and then I'll share the epiphany with everybody. All right. Picks are covered in glitter. Springs are covered in glitter. Mat's covered in glitter. Do I want to do something to the inside of this? No, I don't want to do anything to this. This core is pretty hard too. Like, the metal itself is relatively hard. I wish it was aluminum, it would just melt out, but it's a little harder than that. No, not Sam Kinison either. Love Sam. Oh, love that guy. Okay. So, Do I make serrated pins for this beast? I think I do. I think I do. Let's take a crack at making a couple of serrates that are angry. I get stuck in the lock. No, not Chris Farley, but I do sound like Chris Farley. I grew up a couple hours away from where he's from. But oh, you sound like Chris Farley. Yeah, down by the river. When I was big fat guy, I'm still a big fat guy, but when I was a big fat guy, yeah, oh yeah. The ribbings for her pleasure, that's what they are. It's all for her and Labs. poor bastard. Although I said that about Nico James. Poor bastard. And then he just spanked the shit out of my lock like it didn't have anything different with it. What are we doing here? Wrecking the joint. Yeah, I got two threaded pins. Threaded pin without, or a threaded chamber without pins is a waste. Why am I using this? Wondering why the Dremel's flopping around, because the Delta 44 vise weighs nothing. We need to get some more height on this. Come on. We'll go that way. There we go. Get you guys in frame. John Biner, no. All right, you guys are forcing me. I'm going to look it up, and then I got to go get a refill on my not a sponsored Diet Coke real quick. But let me look this guy up. Let me see what we can find. Yeah, there it is. John Pinette. Pinettete. His gluten-free is the funniest thing I've ever heard. That's his name, John Pinette. All right, are we secure enough to be... Get some sandpaper on that bad boy. All right, there we go. Good. All right, I need a refill on my not a sponsored Diet Coke, and we will be right back. Yeah, caramel creams, they're fantastic. I like caramel creams. They're fantastic. Archibald Kenobi, spell your name phonetically. All right. A word from our not a sponsored Diet Coke, crisp and refreshing. Terrible for you. Does shit to your stomach that nothing has the business doing. But man, do I like it. Come on. We should put a new blade in this thing. There we go. I lost my chat. Those might be nasty in there. Let me get my chat back so I can join the conversation. What size wire? I don't know what size this is. Something that I inherited when I was making jewelry from somebody. He hooked me up with a bunch of blades. I don't know. It's pretty small. Yeah. Yeah, those hang up just fine. Those hang up just fine. I would be mad at this lock, I think. Okay, we just lost that. Yeah, buddy. I want to hear that in a week. Where the hell did that damn pin go? Look in the lock. Oh, don't think you can run away. Like, I might not find you now, but I'm gonna find you. And when I do, I'm gonna poke you with the stick and make you mad. There you are. That's right. There, so this serrated pin. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that works. One more. I thought about making a gravity trap on you too, but I think this is probably stupid enough. Again, you might blow through it in 30 seconds, like since you know everything that's going on in it. But I don't know. I looked in the one Elroy sent me. I looked at the pins. I manhandled the pins. Still can't get it open. Yeah, this one isn't that thin. It's pretty thin, but I should probably be using some oil or some wax. But we're not really cutting that much, so. There we go. Beautiful. Oh yeah, that's a nice little serrated pen. You know what, I might be able to get some better light on this. There we go. Yeah, that's a decent serrated pen. All right. Oh, we need to smooth out that little nipple on the end of it. That's pretty nasty. So I have only made 2 of these pens, but I did put a bunch of traps in this lock. There's only 4 security pins. Yeah, this is gonna be it's gonna be fun pick. I am gonna put it back together and attempt it. I'm not gonna finish the lock and put my engraving and all that on it tonight. I gotta think of something. I gotta think of something good to do to it to make it make it really good. I got a great idea, but I don't know. I don't know yet. Yeah, I got a good idea. All right. Wow, that's a taut. That's a taut blade. Okay. So key pins all go in here. There's no serrates on the key pins, so there's that. You're in good shape there. The trap pins aren't very well. One of them isn't too crazy. One of them's pretty nutty, but okay. And we go. Little Locksport. Put this snap ring on while I still can, I guess. Oh, maybe I should put a pin in it so it stops rotating. Yeah, I wish this was a brass body because I would etch it for you. Do one of those gnarly chemical etches, but it will not react, I don't believe, to my chemicals. Maybe it will. I could try it. Thank you. All right, yeah, that's... It went right in, but is it coming right out? It's funny, for four security pins, I got a feeling this is going to be... And again, I didn't make the mushroom or the spool. And I used one plain normal check pin just to keep the lock from being all shaky and floppy. Oh, I put the pin in wrong. There we go. Night, Tara. Good to see you. I am really fond of this little Euro cylinder. Like, it's such a nice, it's just a nice cylinder. So this would qualify as a basic blue belt project. We made 2 pins. That's 2. It's 2 mods. Oh no, no, it wouldn't because it's not 6 mods. Threading 2 chambers only counts as 1. Milling 2 chambers only counts as 1. That's 4. Engraving would be 5. And threading and milling might only count as 1 together. Okay. Now the question is, do we have a functional lock? Oh, we do. We have a functional lock. Both ways. It's not overly smooth, but we do have a functional lock. Let's put a little oil in there. I wish I had an ultrasonic cleaner, because that would get all that funky glitter out of there that might be trapped up in there. Does it rotate all the way around? Yeah, there we go. Oh, maybe not. We might be bricked. We might be bricked, children. Hey, children. Yeah, it only goes 3/4 of the way. I got a feeling it's getting trapped up. I feel like I caught some pins in it, or some springs in it. No, it's not springs. It's pins hanging up, that's for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and say, if you get rotation, like right there, it gets real stiff. There we go. Yeah, I did on one. I reversed it. Yeah, we're getting better. Just gonna keep rotating, make things a little smoother. both keys work. Another drop of oil in there. Yes, sir. What can I do for you, Mr. Backstabber? We're gonna pull it out. Yeah, you are right. That's why it's tough. I'm chewing up springs. You are right. No, you are 100% correct. Now I get to fight with that goddamn snap ring again. Yep, thank you. I know I put in 4 backwards, but I corrected it. I didn't see it happen on 2. I wish I had a 3D printer. I am not capable of doing those sorts of things for myself. At least only one. Funky mushroom. Yeah, well, I just crunched a spring really bad, testing out the severity of this thing. We'll be able to get it off though, because it's not like, well, maybe we won't. It's not like the core's turning super freely anymore with that spring in there like that. So, I'm gonna fight with that again. Awesome. Mick, you're free to come and go as you need to. We are back in the spot we were at an hour ago, farting around, trying to get this damn spring off again. Awesome. There we go. This time they went a little quicker. Oh, why are you turning off? Yeah, that spring is Mangled City. See that in there? Yeah, that's what it was. Good catch, Swampy. Thank you for driving the point home, backstabber. Oh, yeah, that spring is garbage. That's fantastic, is for sure. Okay, yeah, we're good here. Tell you what, that lock is lubed to death now. Holy smokes. She's slippery, folks. Okay, I need a spring. And unfortunately, I don't have one that's quite as long, but that'll be just fine. Okay, let's do this again. And I will watch every step of the way to make sure I don't dink it up. Don't dink it up, Grits. Putting the ring on is way easier than taking the ring off. But that's only because G. Keeman straightened my ass out the last time I was fighting with that. Okay, so the pins are in there. Let's do it. Put all the pins in first, then the springs. There we go. Now we don't make that mistake again. Well, that's it. You don't learn unless you screw up. That's why I rip everything apart, because I want to learn everything there is to learn about it. But now I can put in grub screws like a frickin' beast. I don't know, but that Grits can screw in a grub screw like crazy. Yeah, all my gut tools are sparrows. I like sparrows. And you know what we do have left, guys and gals? We got another one of these. I don't know what, I sent the other one off, and I don't know what has become of it. Hasn't been checked in. I haven't gotten any feedback on it. Beautiful piece of brass. Beautiful etching on it. 20 pens of anger and frustration. I think 12 of those 20 were handmade security pins. Thanks, Swamp. Hope you learned something. I'm learning as well as I go, so. All right. Moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Yeah. We're good. It does fight putting the key in a little bit, but it does go. Okay. Swamp Pecker. Thanks for catching that, buddy. I just assumed it was the serrated pins maybe rubbing on the inside, but it was the spring. That spring is Deadsville. Boink. Okay. Throw that shit in the trash before it ends up under my toenail. We're going to give a plug to our loved ones once again. Any newcomers, anybody that hasn't seen this yet, do me a favor, throw these three a sub. And once again, Monday nights. This is my dude. Swamp will tell you he's incredible live show. Get yourself some free art once a year, maybe, if you get lucky. He gives one painting a week away. Swamp just got his free painting. Super lucky bastard got it his first time to the show. Did you ever post those photos? Get these up and out of here. These go in the Sparrow tray because they're the same size. There we go. Good job, Backstabber. Yeah, there's so many like new channels and newcomers and people popping up in the last couple of months. Like it's hard to stay on top of it. So I'm trying to oh yeah, the lock is incredible. But you got another painting too of a Chevelle. Unbelievable car painting with like 16 videos of how it was painted. Tools can go over here. We're at 1:15. I'm going to spend a few minutes I don't want this shit all over my arms, and I can't wash it up tonight, so we're gonna throw a little diaper down. Yeah, the Chevelle's like that's like a real painting. Like that's way outside of my league. Way outside of my league. Do we want this? No, we want the Chuck Weiss. That's what we want. We want that. I think that Chevelle painting's way outside most artists' abilities. Okay, 50 thousandths on the Turner. Let's get, yeah, let's get that. There we go. We too close? Yeah, we're too close. Okay. There we go. Let's see if we can get a little better vantage point. There is no way in hell I'm getting this picked. Sounds like a pack lock crunching away in there. Zoe the cat, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you. Yeah, Rice Krispies is right. Snap, crackle, fuck you is what they're saying. Yeah, buddy. I don't feel any binders all of a sudden. Go with a longer hook. There's no weird twisty pick that needs to happen, so, oh, there we go, there's a binder. Nope. Not bound. Okay, we got a little bit of rotation. Little bit of rotation there. But now we got some binding happening. If I get this picked, like, that's going to be awesome. We're picked. We got it. I don't think this is going to pose as much of an issue as probably not. Yeah, okay, it relocked. Let me see if that was a fluke. Bye-bye, Zoe. I didn't even have to touch pin 2. Pin 2 wasn't the issue at all. I think pin 4 and 5 created more problem than pin 2. Fluke. Yup. Maybe this isn't going to be the challenge lock I thought it was going to be. This is not the challenge lock Archibald promised me. That could also be it too, because I put that little tiny spring in that spot. Now I have to switch that spring around and make that come into play, because that is a hell of a trap. It's a trap! Good night, Spoon. Thanks for being here. Archibald Kenobi, bat them googly eyes. Okay, we are in full set. What's that mean to us? That means this pin here sends us home. Is that what that means? It's one pin right here. This is, yeah, that's what that means. All right. So it's not that difficult of a pick, Labs. I'm going to change those springs around because I want you to struggle bus. Only hope. Archibald Kenobi, you're our only hope. This was actually easier to pick than the original lock. But I think that's because they had the spring in between the pins, which I'm surprised that that didn't create a bigger problem. Yeah, that is not the spring I need. I don't have any other springs either that will fit this, which kind of sucks. Ooh, almost had to go hunting for that. All right, so we have completely made, aside from the engraving and all that, Labs' challenge lock. Sorry it took so long, buddy. I felt bad because I told you I would send you one before. I felt bad when Mick called me out on the show the other night. I felt bad, so that's why we are getting this done. All right. So let's try to pick this shit again and see what happens. Archibald Kenobi's New Hope. That's what this is going to get called. By Cheese Grits and NyQuil. And Archibald. I should try to tension it the other way and see how that works too, bypassing that second. Good night, Stabber. It is getting late. I wasn't sure how long I was going to be on for, but I actually had a good time making this. And I'm a lot farther than I figured I would get. Night, Swampy. All right, looks like we got a little bit of core rotation, but I don't know if that's from picking or just from squeezing the shit out of the core with my thumb. Welcome back, Troy. There we go. Now we got some binding going on. Yeah, switching those two springs just made a huge difference. Like, significant difference. Now I get no binding. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Nope. I will say, I picked it twice on camera, so I'm okay. I don't need to pick it a third time. I don't need to disassemble it either because I made the damn thing. There's the binding pen. But that didn't help either. Yeah, switching those two pens made a huge difference in pickability. Pen 1 is set for sure. I do like this Euro cylinder. It is a nice cylinder. We get a little bit of counter rotation. Sorry, a little bit of core rotation, not counter, core. I'm not getting any counters. Ooh. Okay. We are in a full set. There's the counter rotation. There we go. Ooh. We are in such a deep false set. This is what I was hoping for. We're in such a deep false set that now I can take the tensioner out and it doesn't go back. So if you work on it for a while, you can just leave it here and you're halfway picked. Which we all know what's holding that up. Might need to float pick that. Not that I know what I'm doing, but good God, that is a nasty trap. It's a trap. But it's doing what I designed it to do. Yeah, that's going to need float picking for sure. For me, at least. Uh-oh. I can't believe like moving one spring makes that kind of a difference, but it did. Yeah, I need to put the pictures of this on the challenge lock site and get it engraved. Hopefully I can get it picked open one more time the way it is in the current state of there we go, a little bit of rotation. It is absolutely crazy how such a minute change makes a difference. But I mean, once I picked it twice, I knew that that pin wasn't coming into play. And 3, like the serration on 3 is hitting hard now. Pin 4's mushroom is okay. We are in full set, deep enough that I can drop the tensioner. Oh, you know, we can try this guy. That might be better. Yeah, there we go. That might have been the answer. No, I don't think so. Maybe. Oh, we're back into that nasty full set. So no, that was not the answer. I see some of these pickers like navigate these like really easily. And I am not one of those pickers. I find myself in this exact problem often. Okay, that might be a better solution for me. Damn. That trap is funky. Holy moly. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Ladies and gentlemen, this, that one pin, the one spring switch, all the difference in the world. So I suppose if you really wanted to, you could switch the springs, make it easier for yourself. I still haven't tried to pick it the other way. Let's do that. Let's try counterclockwise. Try to bypass that entirely. Wow. Nothing's clicking. There we go. Those serrates grab quite deeply. I'm happy with the outcome of this. Unpickable for me, at least on this spring setting. There we go. You definitely need a longer pick on this. The pins kind of get out of reach with the short hook. Wow, come on. Yeah, I think there's no real bypassing on that. Cool. Now I just got to figure out what I'm going to do to engrave this up. Troy Bennett, good night. I am also headed that direction. Give it another couple more minutes of prodding and poking. Okay, we're in that gnarly deep set. This feels like it's different pen though. Wow. Yeah, that trap is, it's definitely that pen that's holding me up. And I'm not sure how to defeat this. I think float pick is the answer, but I don't have that ability necessarily. Come on. Okay, we are back into out of the full set, so hopefully I got that pin set and I can press these other ones through. Uh-oh. All right, I am going to call it quits on this challenge lock tonight. This is good. This is a good one. You can always switch pin 1 and 2 springs if you feel the need to lighten up the challenge. It picks rather easily at that. Come on. There we go. I got it. I got it picked. Okay. So labs, it is pickable. 100%. It's a lot of fighting. We are gonna get this thing engraved up something cool. I'm gonna try and do something real artsy. Call it call it a New Hope. A New Hope, Archibald Kenobi. Archibald Kenobi's New Hope. Maybe I'll make it glow like a lightsaber. Yeah, we might do that. We might make it glow like a lightsaber. Not sure how I'm going to get Archibald Kenobi's New Hope. I don't know how I'm going to fit that all on there, but yeah, me too. I'm proud I got into it. That's a formidable lock. Did the keys still work? Where's the keys? There's the keys. Nick Matlack, feast your eyes on this animal. Keys work both direction. Yeah, this is good. Should take these out, grub screws out, and then Loctite them in there so you can't change the springs. I would prefer putting another beefy spring in pen 1, but I don't have one. Yeah, I've proven it a couple times. But yeah, that's my show. I was going to pick on some other things, but this is a fun project. That just goes to show how relatively quickly these can be done. Granted, I only made 2 of the pens that are in it, but I trapped the shit out of it. So yeah, buddy. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the support. I hope to see you all next time. Fantastic. Get yourself some Diet Coke. Diet Coke, not good for you. Delicious. And good night.